up, y'all? Welcome back to Zenish. I'm your host, Carly, and today we are talking about the month of June. Welcome to the month of June. I cannot believe we are 6 months into the year. It truly flies by. My practice, my train of thought over the last few weeks has been the faster I move, the faster time goes. And the slower I move, the more intentional time is. And I feel like I can take it all in. My I'm just watching all the kids in my life grow up so fast. My sweet Ava Jane, who I nannied for from the time she was 3 months old until, even now, she doesn't need a nanny. She just graduated high school last week or a couple of weeks ago at this point, but we're still besties for the resties. So watching her grow up, just celebrating the birthdays of the people I love and recognizing how quickly time goes by has got me feeling extremely sentimental and wondering how I can make it slow down. And that is the wisdom that comes off right at the top of this podcast as I look at how we are already 6 months into the year. It is so crazy. So, I wanted to start this month's episode with a little taste of what it's like over on the Patreon. So, we're going to start by tapping in together. So, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you need to pause this and come back to it when you can be more intentional with listening and being present, or even in your day to day chores, routine, your drive, just taking the time to breathe. So, settling into the space that you're in, becoming aware of your five senses, pausing and acknowledging each one, and taking a deep breath and sighing it out. Audibly sighing out your exhales and just releasing any tension in your body. So, allowing your shoulders to just become limp, maybe rolling your neck, shaking out your arms or your legs. Consciously inhaling and exhaling, bringing yourself into a space of presence. And visualizing light within you and around you, bringing our subtle body, our energy body online. And noticing what you feel light up within you and around you, and where it feels difficult. And using your breath to expand the spaces that feel hard or resistant to the light. The intention of this visualization is to create space in your energy body to remove what is not yours to hold and to tap into your energy field, your auric field, so that you can have some sense of autonomy as far as your energy goes. So it's easier to recognize what is yours and what it is that you're carrying for someone else. And this is great for making choices for yourself, connecting with your intuition, grounding into the moment, regulating your nervous system, recognizing emotional responses or reactions. It's like having your own room in your home, in your energy, giving you the space to observe, but not absorb the energy around you. This practice helps us to know ourselves, to connect with our soul and with our spiritual team, and allow us to quiet some of the noise and recognize the magic around us. Recognize the divine around us, the serendipitous moments. A lot of times we begin to feel numb or disconnected, and it's because we're shut off, we're shut down. And simple practices of breathing, of visualization, of even just being in community help us to come back online, to tap back in. And even if this practice seems silly or difficult to connect to today, if you continue to revisit this visualization or even grounding and breathing into the five senses, you'll notice a change. And this is the work that we do over on the Patreon. We have weekly readings, I'll call them, but they're different every week. Sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's visualization, sometimes it's tarot readings, sometimes it's me rambling across the Causeway Bridge as I receive downloads. And the comments are active, the community is active, our meetups are active, and it's so cool to watch everyone love on and support each other and learn how to navigate life in a way that is more connected and in tune with who we each came here to be. And it's not a place of, like, yes, everything that you consume has some kind of influence, but it's not encouraging anyone to think one way or the other. It's a space where we communicate and explore ideas together, and where there's room for everyone, as long as love and respect is the foundation. And I would say curiosity are the foundation of why you are there. So if you're curious, check it out in the links below. Um, this month, June just seems kind of chill right off the bat. I guess transitioning from spring into summer helps. I feel like spring is hyperactive. Fuck. April to the start of June, really second week of June, are going to be nonstop. And June, I'm just pulling up the calendar, just seems a little more chill. Just the vibe seems more chill. Even if we're busy, it just seems like there's a moment to breathe. And we move in June from Gemini to Cancer. We're really not till the end of the month do we move into Cancer. I personally, as a Gemini, love Gemini season because I thrive in the mental realm, the airy, active, communicative, intellectual realm. I like the speed of it. I like to be everywhere all at once. And I always feel like Gemini season is super supportive of getting shit done and organizing thoughts and information and being in community. And Gemini is represented in the tarot by the Lover's card, which I lately when I've been reading, I really like to read the lovers card as the actual lovers, as partnership, as companionship. It's also been recognized as the energy of choice, which I can absolutely see. And Gemini is so much about duality. It's the twins, it's the light and the dark. It is the masculine and the feminine, which is also represented in the Lovers card. And I can say, as a Gemini who truly, the sun in Gemini who truly rings true to that energy, I feel like the lesson and the practice in Gemini energy is being able to be in the middle and be okay with that. I feel like as a Gemini, I can see both sides of the coin, and it makes it hard sometimes to make choices or decisions because I can totally empathize with every side of a story, and it can be paralyzing. Or I can see where both choices will lead. And I think at this point in my life, I know that whatever choice I make, I will be okay because I have lived independently long enough to know that I always make it out all right. And I can see hindsight's 2020. There's choices I could have made in the past that maybe would have made my life easier, but also who actually knows that? I was talking to a friend a couple of weeks ago. I don't even remember what we were talking about, but we were saying if we could have done something differently, we would be in a different position. And I corrected both of us and was like, no matter what choice we would have made, we would have ended up right here because this is where we were meant to be. This is what we were meant to learn. So the lesson would have been brought to us one way or the other. Sometimes I feel like the practice is to just make a choice and be grounded in that choice and to trust yourself and to practice, just like we did at the start of this, grounding and listening to your intuition and to your team of spiritual guides and leaders and to God, and connecting with your soul and making a choice and being grounded in it and moving, with purpose. And then we move into Cancer. And Cancer season is such a mother energy. It's so warm and loving and inviting, and there's depth. It's a water sign. And nurturing. Nurturing is such a good word. I think of Mama Bear. And in the tarot, Cancer is represented by the chariot. One of my favorite depictions of the chariot is in the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and she is on a motorcycle instead of being drawn by those mythical creatures in the traditional tarot depiction. And she's such a badass. Like, she's wearing leathers, and she is, you can tell, about to embark on an adventure. And the word that comes up whenever I look at that card is unfuckwithable. Like, you can't fuck with me. You just can't. I am empowered and I'm confident. And I feel like that comes from a place of being very well nurtured and giving yourself what you need to sustain, and also being kind to yourself. This has been coming up a lot too lately in this need for perfection and the paralyzing fear of making a wrong choice and not trusting yourself and feeling consumed by doubt. These are not ways that we nurture ourselves. Trusting ourselves, trusting our bodies, trusting what we need, resting when we need rest, working when we need work, asking for help when we need help, taking space when we need space, saying yes when it feels right, saying no when it feels right, honestly communicating your thoughts and feelings, which is also something coming up lately. These are ways that we nurture ourselves. And if you want to be unfuckwithable, you have to advocate for yourself in a loving way that is respectful to all around you. I even feel like, and this is hard for me because once I feel once I feel that I have been wronged or I'm done with a situation because I see it for what it is. I have no patience for it. I just turn off. Like I shut down. And I make a choice about a relationship with someone and I feel like I can send prayers and love, but it is hard for me to be sharing space with anyone I feel that way about, especially if there's dishonesty or like shadiness just in the energy. I it's hard for me to even make eye contact with people I feel that way about. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that it's hard sometimes to assert a boundary in a loving way and still maintain integrity in our relationships to other people, if that makes sense. And that is a very serious practice for me that I literally pray about all of the time because I want to be, I feel like love is the answer to everything, as the Beatles sing, love is all you need. And I really do believe that. And I'm trying to navigate what that means for me in really difficult relationship dynamics, past, present, and future. How to be in a place of love and also be advocating for yourself and walking each other home, as Ram Dass so eloquently puts it. So, musings for the month of June. This month, I post weekly reads every month, every Monday on the Patreon. Every month, we have a yoga practice that comes out with the full moon. The full moon this month is on June 11th, which is also the date of Holding Space, our virtual meetup, which is so fucking beautiful, y'all. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. I love the humans who show up. I love the way we hold space for each other. I like to rewatch the recording. It's such a healing practice, and this quarter I've put all of them on the dates of either a full or new moon, so the energy is even more potent. I love it. So around the time of the full moon, we have holding space. We get our yoga class. Every month we have like a mini guided meditation slash energy work session that you can listen to at any time, as well as mindful moments and whatever extra content I could possibly come up with. June 13th, I take one-on-one sessions in Slidell. So these are private sessions on Friday, June 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th. How auspicious. And you can text me or email me. I am actively working on my website, which I'm so excited about. So it will be a lot easier to book appointments once that's up and running. So stay tuned. But for now, you can text me or email me or even leave a comment and we'll get you on the schedule. These sessions are 111 for the hour. It is such a good deal for this kind of work, y'all. And my prices will not stay like this forever. But for now, I want this to be accessible to everyone. So, 1 hour of basically an energy massage with me. It is so transformative. I am not lying. Get on the books. If in person is not possible for you, my virtual schedule is much more flexible, much more flexible. So, reach out to me and we'll figure out what virtual day works. The new moon is on the 25th of June, just for you to have on your record. And then June 29th is Sunday service. Sunday service is transforming. It is such a fucking vibe. We do yoga at the top of the class, and this is what we're doing is preparing to practice energy work on each other. So if you are someone who feels connected to gifts, to mediumship, you're very in tune. You're picking up on things that other people can't quite see. You're sensing into other people's thoughts or emotions. You feel like you are on this earth to heal or be present with people in some way. You feel like you're channeling. Come to Sunday service. It is a safe space where you can practice your gifts and be held by someone who has been practicing this and studying this and still actively practicing and studying for a long time. You're basically coming to Sunday service, receiving energy work, and also practicing your skills. You're also welcome to come and just observe. If you're not really sure, but you're curious, come on. It's $44 to join. You get a really good discount on all of these services if you join the Patreon, especially the Sunday service tier specifically. So we start with yoga, and it's a very intuitive class where we move the bodies to release energy and get energy flowing through our system. It's so cool. And once we're finished with our class and we feel really grounded in the body, I bring out a massage table and we all take turns practicing on each other. It is very cool. We're learning a lot. The conversation is really fucking good. There's a lot to learn just from the conversation going on. And we usually last about 2.5 to 3 hours. It depends on how many people show up because everyone gets a turn to both give and receive. So if you're interested in that, encourage you to sign up. I really appreciate that you sign up, so that I can communicate to you what it is you need to bring and how to prepare. So that's all I have. Check out the podcast that came out last week on the books I've read so far this year. If there are any books on that list that you want me to dive deeper into, I'm happy to put out another episode on. And then I'm really hoping that we finally put out our Japan episode sometime this month. So we'll see. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Be sure to follow along on YouTube and Patreon and drop your email below if you want to join the email list where I send out a little weekly something special every Monday. Love you guys. Peace out.